Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. The Friday Seal deals. There will be affiliate links down below to all these deals. It helps out a ton if you use them. First up, Modern Horizons 3 Collector Box pre-orders. Look back at the recent history of collector box performance. WotC has definitely changed something and it is working out. You have to go back to Dominaria Remastered in January of 2023, and only since then up to today there have been two collector box flops, DMR Collector and Murders at Karlov Manor. No, I do not consider March of Machine Aftermath to be a real product. So collector boxes have been on a tear now for almost 18 months. So don't discount that. Don't think that WotC is suddenly going to whiff on a big, important product like this. The kind of revenue that a summer set like this, a premium price set, brings in for WotC means it's all hands on deck, and they will be working very hard to make sure it sells very well. I think the print run discussion is probably correct, and these are going to perform very well in the future. I've got a couple of these, and I have a link down below to one on Amazon that I cannot visually show on screen here. So on eBay, one seller at $372 and another seller at $375. On TCG Player, they're about $390. So unless you're just really looking to spread around the risk, I would stay away from TCG Player on this one. Next up, Dungeons and Dragons draft boosters for Baldur's Gate. These are, well, amazing. I opened over 200 of them to sell singles. It is a wonderful set that people love the cards from and will perform very well in the future. Stay away from the set booster boxes. They were not as well engineered value-wise as the draft booster boxes. Still selling if you're willing to buy 4 or more for $81 each today. And in all of those boxes that I opened, I never saw a print label on them saying they were manufactured after March of 2022. I still believe they only got one printing in March of 22, and they're still selling that. And at this point, I would not expect another printing. Next up, Twilight Masquerade from Pokemon. The build and battle displays with 10 of the little build and battle display boxes. $136 this early after release is very odd. You don't usually see this, so that's why I threw it up there. If it's something you like to buy for every expansion the way that I do, I get 3 of these for every Pokemon expansion and throw them up on a shelf in the closet. Very nice to have these at a low price this soon afterwards. Usually we have to wait for a reprint or two to get them down into this kind of price range. Next up, Bloomburrow collector boxes. Now I'm here to warn you off of these. I do not think you should buy these. I think this pre-order price is too high at $240. Yes, WotC has been on a tear with the collector boxes, but I think these need to be a bit lower before you go ahead and consider tying up money in a pre-order of these. This is just a standard expansion. And lastly this week, I put this up here to kind of represent a couple of things, an idea that I'm having. It's about what came out last summer, chiefly Commander Masters and Lord of the Rings. Now, I sold these boxes to my patrons for $160 all in, shipped about 2.5 months ago. And they are around $190 in most places today. I've been working on getting more to do another sale of these to my patrons because I love them so much, and the demand and the feedback are so good. But I think other things that go with them, like Commander Masters draft and set, and Lord of the Rings draft and set, and potentially Lord of the Rings collector boxes, though I think they may be a little out over their skis price-wise right now. But I think these are things that in the near future will kind of be winding down in terms of the risk of reprints, in terms of any more potential inventory coming out of WotC's clutches, and the price will start to consolidate. The inventory will start to tighten up, and the price will start to rise. And when I say soon, I mean somewhere on the 3 to 6 month timeline. So I'm not saying that today this is a great thing to go out and suddenly put in an entire position in for whatever size position you like to have in most products. I'm just saying keep this in the back of your mind, because we're kind of coming to that point in the life where at any time things could start to tighten up and we could start to see increased rate of price increase. So There will be affiliate links down below to all of these deals. It helps out a ton if you use them. For my patrons, the new monthly sales thread for June is coming out tomorrow. The Pokemon booster bundles sold better than I expected in May, and so they'll continue in June. And that's about it. Thanks to everyone who makes this content possible, especially my very generous supporters on Patreon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join me on Final Trade.